All right, howdy there, fellow Shadow Priests. I've got a little quick video add-on update for you with more content to come probably in the next few days here. But we're going to talk about this add-on called Dynamic Macros. And if you don't have this already, I would definitely recommend checking this out. I would go to CurseForge or wherever you get your add-ons and type in Dynamic Macros, all one word, and you should see it right here, Dynamic Macros for PvP. And essentially what this will do is it'll automatically recognize who's the DPS in your party and who's your healer. Like before, I used to always have to type in the name, right? I'm going to solo shuffle. I got to add all these names to my thing. And now it's going to automatically update this Ragnaros Hunter into my macro, which is awesome. And I'll show you how to do this in a second, but I'm just going to show an example. Like I'm not going to have to re-keybind life grip or power infusion or life swap. I'm just going to go out there and do what I need to do, which is PvP at the end of the day. And this is just really a quality of life add-on that I really enjoy. And anytime someone's AFK in a skirmish, you already know I'm about to pop off on them. I just reflected the dots on myself, man. That's so much damage. I'm globaling myself. I'm going to root them both here. Fade. Look, I can even swap my DPS without having to change my macros. I'll just stun this guy. Oh, I stunned into Blade Storm. Man, I'm not a good Shadow Priest right now. Either way, I'm also going to use my life grip macro. There it is. My power infusion. Everything worked without me having to modify anything. So that's fun, I guess. Let's go ahead and talk about how to make the macros because it's pretty straightforward. I'm not going to lie, I struggled with it for like 5 seconds until I figured it out. But basically, I'll link this in the description too. This little GitHub link on the CurseForge is going to show you how to set these macros up. These are really beneficial if you're like me and you don't want to have party 1 and party 2 macros because you might be in a shuffle one match and the healer's party 1, the next match it's party 2, and it just kind of messes with my brain knowing which button to press. So we're going to open up this GitHub page here and you're going to have a list of all of your macros. I mean, I didn't really even read any of this, but you can if you want to. What I like to do is have the second one here, cast spell on any friendly DPS in any situation, 2v2 through 3 solo queue. So I'll just copy this, go to my macros. I will delete probably my Fey Guardians macro, and I'm going to make a new one called Void Shift the DPS. And I'll copy and paste that. Boom. The next step, after you put that, put it on your bar. Boom. It should update with the tooltip. You're going to go to your dynamic macros options right here, and then you're going to go to macro name and you just type in the exact macro name, and you can see I've got all my other macros here: power infusion, DPS void shift, healer void shift, grip DPS, grip healer, all that stuff. You need to manually add the macro, otherwise it won't get the fancy code and update. So the next time I join a shuffle, that will automatically update to that at dynamic macros is going to change to the DPS. I don't know how this works. I don't know how they do it, but it does work and it's pretty awesome. The only issue I've encountered in shuffle is that if you go to power infusion your DPS and they're not in line of sight of you or they're out of range, it'll just default give it to your healer. I mean, it's not the worst thing because before what was happening with my macros basically was that if I didn't spell the name right or there was an error in the code or like an alt code or something, it would not use power infusion at all. And this is at least going to use it, but definitely be cautious of that power infusion. This isn't even a problem with the add-on. It's a problem with WoW itself, is just like the line of sight issue. And I think the same could go for life swap and life grip. If it doesn't have the target you want in line of sight or range, it might just pull to the next one. And again, I think that's a WoW issue, so that's just one thing to be aware of. But otherwise, I've been really enjoying this, and it's given me a lot more time to breathe in the waiting room in Solo Shuffle. The next video will be made on some Solo Shuffle content. We're going to make a guide now that we're at least above 3K. We're going to keep pushing and make a guide on kind of my approach to Solo Shuffle and how I think Shadow Priest should approach it and what they can do to improve. So hopefully this add-on helps you. I would definitely recommend checking it out. And I'll see you in the next video.